Hey guys, how's it going? This is Kendrys. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna share with you my workflow. So I tried to make it pretty simple and not have too many steps and things like that. So I just try to break the process into uh, very simple steps. And so the first thing I do is the pose sketch, and you see here, it's just the pose, like the body. There's no outfit or anything like that. It's just like the body, the arms, legs, and pretty much just the position of the character. So I do this as the first step. Next step is using reference. I go and draw over. You can see, you know, I just go over the sketch, and so I know where everything kind of goes. And it's still pretty rough, just go quickly, just show what the outfit is and like whatever you're drawing. And I don't have it here, I think I deleted it, but here you have the reference. See, okay, this is how the character looks. You just draw things where they go, pretty much. So it's good to have like a character sheet like that, even if it's like an original character. Like, if it's some fan art, you can find this stuff online. But if you're making your own character, it's good to do it, and then you're gonna have your characters be more consistent. Especially if you're gonna be drawing them a lot, you can just look at this, character sheet, and you're gonna have, more consistent results. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just like so you know where things go and things like that. And then after this, you go into the line art. Pretty much, you go over and you're gonna try to make the lines better and like maybe not so choppy or anything like that. So it's not too complicated. I just have like a slightly thicker outline and like thinner lines inside. The next step is the flat. So I just go and put like a flat color or something like that. It says the flats. I put this little ball on a separate layers, but let's say it's like the same. So the flat is the next step, and it's pretty basic. You just fill in the areas and with the proper color. Then the next step I like to do is the shadow. It's pretty much self-explanatory. And let's say have this. It's pretty basic. You show, I guess, draw with you want the shadows. So something I like to do is adding an extra shadow layer, and this kind of can make the drawing more interesting. Like, this seems like a very simple light, like shadow, but if you add something else, it makes it, it makes it seem like more complex or something. It makes it seem more complicated. Even if it's just like a little bit. So you can see here, this is the shadows, and then I do an extra shadows with darker shadows. So it's not really too much work. You just make it like clip to the layer below, so it's not gonna go out of the shadows and things like that. The highlights, there's different way you can do them, but I like to just put like some white, kind of very simple. I mean, it depends on the style, but for this style, kind of like cell shaded look or something like that, it looks, if you have like a white line like that, like it looks fine. It's not really bad. So it's pretty much done now. The colors are kind of gray though, so what I like to do is add this color balance layer, and this makes the colors kind of fit, like it makes all the colors kind of go with each other a little better. Like they kind of, I guess they mix better or something. The color balance kind of brings them into a similar range. I don't know. And you can see it's like subtle changes, but it makes a big difference from that to that. So this is another drawing. This is the Armika, and I did the same thing. I did the sketch and all that, the line art, kind of change the color a little bit. Then I just do the flat. I add the shadow. And then I add another shadow, make it a little better. And in this one, I actually added this light from the side. And it's pretty basic. I just added that on a different layer. And then I added the highlights. Again, just white. So that's pretty much it. And then I just add the color balance top, and it kind of brings all the colors kind of together a little better. I think it's a pretty simple process, not too many steps. So here's another one. This is Sakura, and the first thing I do the pose, and after you have the pose, you know, like I said, looking at reference, you kind of draw over it, and you know, it's pretty simple. You will do the line art, and again you do the flats, and you add shadow, highlights, and then of course the color balance. Yeah, but this one actually I kind of like it without the shadows. I think it looks a little better. So that's what I do for my drawings, and hopefully some of you guys find that useful, and maybe pick some of the stuff that I do, or you know, maybe give you a couple ideas. So if you don't have your workflow figured out, I suggest looking at other artists and seeing what they do to get like from beginning to end, and that really helps you know, to draw faster, because you know what are the steps, and it makes things a lot easier. So that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys find this useful, and yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.